Zaria airport from Tanzania after her arrest. Pardon me for that. L. The applicant has everything to lose by remaining in the country. There are further criminal cases that has since been registered against her. These are the following. Sinoville case 206 of 4/2023. It's a fraud matter where the amount involved is 15 million rands. Santon case 87 of 4/2023, fraud amounting to 500,000 rands. Runback case 269 of 2/2023, fraud amounting to 1.2 million rands. Benoni case 348 of 8/2023, fraud amounting to 5.112 million. Thank you. My apology. Durban North case 1 of 7/2023, fraud amounting to 150,000 rands. Runback case 269 of 3/2023, fraud amounting to 900,000 rands. Paragraph M. The applicant is not only facing long term of imprisonment if she is convicted on the above mentioned matters, but is also facing further civil claims. The applicant is facing a long-term imprisonment regarding this matter. As previously stated, the applicant left the country illegally and was traced in Tanzania. South Africa does not have an extradition treaty with Tanzania. Extradition is nonetheless a long and protracted process. In a matter of State versus Diwani, his wife was killed while on honeymoon in November 2010. He was only extradited in April 2014. Paragraph N. The applicant is facing serious charges. The state has an overwhelming case against the applicant and is linked to the crimes as follows. Count 1, fraud. There's direct evidence, eyewitnesses who confirmed that the applicant claimed the body and arranged for a fake funeral. Count 2, violation of a body. The very same body that the applicant claimed was recovered in the river and in the grave was rotten meat and not a body. Count 3, the contravention of Section 3B of Act 12 of 2004, that is corruption. The applicant and a co-accused acted in the furtherance of a common purpose. Their aim was that Bester must escape. The objective evidence of bank statements shows that the applicant was also on occasions a source who provided the money to accused one for distribution to their co-accused. So far, it has been established the applicant paid 85,000 rand to accused number 1. Count 4, the contravention of Section 31A of Act 12 of 2007, should be 4, corruption. See the summary provided regarding count 3. Count 5, fraud. Direct evidence and eyewitnesses who confirmed that the applicant and the accused 9 claimed the then unidentified body. The objective evidence is that the applicant's fingerprints was on the claim form. It is required that the person who claims such a body must give his or her fingerprints. Count 6, arson. To facilitate the escape of Bester, the unidentified body and Bester's cell were set alight. See also count 8 to 12. Count 7, violation of body. There are direct evidence, eyewitnesses, that the applicant arranged a fake funeral, that the applicant fraudulently claimed the body, count 5, as that of Bester. When claiming this body, she also made a false statement to the police. The applicant introduced herself also as Dr. Nandipha when she claimed the body of Bester in Haggis. Count 8, assisting an inmate to escape. See the contents of the evidence, count 7. Count 9, contravention of section 115E of Act 111 of 1998, harboring and concealing an escaped prisoner. The applicant rented a house in Sandton where she and Bester stayed. There is a lease agreement and files that were seized on these premises after the arrest. The applicant and Bester were seen by members of the public in each other's company. They also committed further fraud after the escape. There was even security to protect them at this house. Count 10, defeating the ends of justice. See the summary provided regarding count 5, 6, and 7. Count 11, fraud. Direct evidence, eyewitnesses implicated the applicant. See the summary provided regarding count 5, 6, and 7. Bail condition would not prevent applicant to flee the country. She evaded the police for 11 months. She fled the country and did not use a passport when she left South Africa. She has no respect for the law and even tried to use the legal system to get hold of the body. She brought an application that the body, count 5, must be released and that the police must be interdicted from harassing her. She stated that it is Bester's body and that she is his customary wife. She stated that she and Bester met whilst they were studying at Wits University. Bester studied theology. Whilst Bester was in custody, Bester obtained his LLB degree. She lied about the death of David Magagula. It has been established that the uncle to Thabo Bester is Klaas Magagula, who is the uncle to accused 5 and who confirmed there was never a David Magagula. 8.3, Section 60, subsection 4C of Act 51 of 1977. The likelihood that the applicant, if she is released on bail, will attempt to influence or intimidate witnesses or conceal or destroy evidence. Some of the witnesses are known to the applicant. The counts of corruption are an indication that she could influence witnesses. 8.4, Section 64D of Act 51 of 1977. The likelihood that the applicant, if released on bail, will undermine or jeopardize the criminal justice system, including the bail system. A, the applicant, knowing that the information is false, brought a false application for the release of the body. B, the applicant, knowing that it is false, alleged in the High Court of Bloemfontein that she was kidnapped from Tanzania. 8.5, Section 64E of Act 51 of 1977. The exceptional circumstances that the public peace or security or likelihood that the release of the applicant will disturb the public order or undermine the justice system. A, the nature of these offenses induced a sense of shock to the community. It was well-planned operation. A convicted rapist and murderer was back in the community. D, there was a total disrespect towards the dignity of the two bodies that they claimed. The second body, Katlego Bering's family, was heard and still has more questions than answers. E, these crimes jeopardized the public confidence in the criminal justice system. The persons who were to ensure that a dangerous person, Bester, was locked up, was put back on the streets because of corruption. F, corruption is a huge problem in our country, and hardly a day went by when the enormous proportion of corruption is not in the media. G, The applicant has no respect for the justice system, as previously mentioned. H. As a result of these crimes that were committed, a parliamentary committee investigated these crimes. Paragraph 9. There is a substantial incentive for the applicant to evade a trial. 10. I have had the opportunity to scrutinize the affidavit by the applicant and wish to state the following. 10.1. At paragraph 7.1.5 of the affidavit, I also scrutinized the supplementary statement by one Natsai Michelle Chibaya. I have since established that Natsai Michelle Chibaya is a Zimbabwean citizen who obtained permanent residence in the Republic of South Africa only in July 2018. Her residential address on the system of the Department of Home Affairs is 31 Kwela Close, 16 Maiven Avenue, Douglasville, Johannesburg. The fact that this person has been staying in this address only from January 2022 is concerning. I wish to state further that accused 9 is a Zimbabwean who was employed by the applicant first as a gardener and later promoted to a security guard. A black Mercedes-Benz, which was rented by the applicant, which she never returned, and which was later found abandoned in Zimbabwe when she was still at large. This is evident that the applicant has close ties with Zimbabwe. Her friendship with this person she states she will stay with is concerning. 10.2, at paragraph 7.4 of her affidavit, she states, amongst others, she was practicing as a medical doctor until her arrest. As stated above at 7.1g, the applicant was suspended from practicing as a medical doctor in December 2021. If she had been practicing as she alleged, this was unlawful. Paragraph 10.3, at paragraph 8.2, I categorically dispute this allegation. And this was the allegation that she was sort of kidnapped, put in a car, and she found herself in Tanzania. Through thorough investigation, I have established that the applicant was the one who drove from Johannesburg to fetch accused 5 from KwaZulu-Natal after his escape. As stated at paragraph 7.1e above, the applicant and accused 5 rented out a house together. They are both signatories to the lease agreement. My apology. The two, that being applicant and accused 5, were spotted shopping together by the media in March 2023. The applicant and accused 5 traveled together and stayed in Cape Town, where, amongst others, the applicant wrote out a prescription for accused 5 and visited a salon together. Looking at how the applicant is involved and the role she played in the escape of accused 5 as outlined above, there is no piece of evidence that she was at any stage forced and or threatened in any manner. Prior to the escape of accused 5, the applicant stayed in one of the boutique hotels in Bloemfontein in March 2022 and April 2022 in what looks like facilitation of the escape. The applicant is currently detained in Kroonstad, while accused 5 is detained in Pretoria. Since her arrest, no case was opened of kidnapping. The applicant and accused 5 has been appearing before this court on more than one occasion. They appear showing there is affection to each other. They were seen holding hands and smiling to each other. See example, a picture of them during the last appearance on 8 August 2023, attached as Annexure B. Paragraph 10.4, at paragraph 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, and 8.8. As appears from 10.3 above, the applicant had been freely moving around in KZN, Gauteng, and the Western Cape. There is a border post between South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zambia to reach Tanzania. The applicant had ample time to alert any of the authorities about the so-called forced removal. The estimated distance between South Africa and Tanzania is 3,400 kilometers. This is all I can declare, and it is commissioned, Your Worship, and signed at Bloemfontein today, the 29th of August 2023. I wish to submit it as Exhibit J, as a basis.
Thank you. The affidavit is received and it's marked Exhibit J.
And that is my case. Thank you.
Thank you. Advocate Lamini.
Your Worship, I'm looking at time now. It's 10 to 4. We definitely have to address you, of course, before you give your ruling on the matter. In the light of time and the volume of aspects which we need to address you on in relation to this bail application, and the matter for the fact that it is actually set down for 2 days, I would propose that we roll it over until tomorrow for both the applicant and the state to address you before judgment.
Thank you.
That's a pleasure.
The state?
That would have been my request as well, Your Worship. I want to further propose that we, considering it's almost after our work, that we make it what time? Advocate Lamini, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock? I would not be ready by then.